because supposedly it's haunted. So I would never ever stay there. I feel like I'm on the set of Game of Thrones. Did you ever watch Game of Thrones? Oh my gosh.
Episodes.
You have to. I don't think it's going to be a low carb day.
Yes.
Just ordered a limoncello spritz.
Really?
Good morning. We are going on a super spontaneous day trip. We didn't make plans for this until last night when Rusty told me, hey, I have tomorrow off for June 19th. It's kind of a newer holiday. So anyway, we are headed to Jerome, Arizona. Apparently it's the largest ghost town in America. And it was also once known as the wickedest town in the West. So we're gonna head up there. We're gonna learn more about that. Grab some breakfast. We got an early start. And Rusty is driving as usual. I think, yes, I know he came here last year with some out-of-town business colleagues. Do you remember much about Jerome, Rusty? Or what did you guys do?
We just kind of walked around the town. It was with some coworkers from Costa Rica. So we just came up here, wandered around Jerome, had breakfast, went into some of the shops, looked at a little bit of the history, but it was really, really quick because we were on our way to Flagstaff because the folks that we were with had never seen snow before. So the goal was to get them to see snow. So we didn't spend much time in Jerome. So I'm kind of happy that we're going so that I can learn a little bit more about Jerome.
So like I said, the plan is to get there, have some breakfast, maybe check out one or two museums. There's apparently something called the sliding jailhouse. So there's going to be little quirky things to look at, go through the shops, and we'll see. It's another reason we chose Jerome is because it's north of where we are, where we live, and it's been 110 plus this week. Granted, it's only going to be about 10 degrees cooler. It says the high is about 95, but it's still cooler than where we live. So let's see how the day goes. Hopefully it's not too hot. We've got beautiful air conditioning in the van, and we've got a fridge full of cold water and drinks. So that's good. So yeah, we're excited to see what this haunted ghost town is like. So we're here. That was quite a windy road. We just had to drive up. Rusty was so worried about there being parking, but at 10 o'clock in the morning, but it looks like we managed to find a spot. Way up there is the Jerome Grand Hotel. Supposedly it's haunted. So I'm okay because it's daytime and I'm not spending the night there. But no, I would never, ever. I don't do well with ghosts and ghost stories. Ready for some breakfast?
I am ready for some breakfast.
Let's go find.
Those stairs right there.
Yeah?
Yes.
Up these very steep stairs. Oh, Lord. The end's starting to look a little sketchy. Oh. Well, I said I needed to use the restroom, but I don't think that's where I'm gonna go. This is very interesting. An abandoned something?
Hotel.
Oh, this is an open air hotel apparently.
Bartlett Hotel, 1895.
Oh, there we go. The saloon. Let's see if we can find a restaurant in a very small town.
We're right back where we started.
I told you I thought it was close to the parking lot. Okay, here's First Avenue. Yeah, that's why I said let me get out my phone to see where we're going. But okay, we're going in circles. What do you get?
The rusty burrito.
Oh, isn't that apropos or what's the saying?
It called to me.
That's what you gotta do?
You guys are cops and you have to do your own tile work?
Yes, correct.
Holy moly. These are some steep stairs. Oh. This is interesting. Road. That's kind of creepy. Nice views from up here. So we're just walking, not sure where we're going, but I want to see the Jerome Grand Hotel because supposedly it's haunted. So I would never ever stay there. But during the daytime, I'd like to see it. It's a little bit of a hike.
Glad I didn't wear flip-flops.
I'm okay in my flip-flops. I knew we weren't going to be doing any major long walking because of the heat. Well, makes up for me not going to Orange Theory this morning. So right when we were walking by the garage, a nice gentleman opened it and told us to take a picture, so.
They both run very well still.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He actually bought.
So cool. We're getting a behind the scenes garage tour. Stair. Shot of this house.
Pretty nice, man. Pretty nice. Pretty interesting ride, man. Pretty
Yeah, I
interesting
bet.
ride.
Thank you so much for
Of course. No
giving us a
problem.
behind the scenes.
Yes.
Have a great afternoon.
You as well. Enjoy your time up here.
Thank you. Nice breeze. So that was good timing.
That was good time.
We got it behind the scenes.
Perfect timing.
Yeah. So the hotel, there was a tiny lobby. There was like a jukebox, you know, the old-fashioned keys, and there was the nicest lady at the reception. And unfortunately, there's it looked like an old, almost like a lift elevator type of thing, and stairs. And basically, it's just this tiny little lobby and stairs to the rooms. And of course, we weren't going to go up there because we're not staying there. But the lady at the reception, she's like, sorry, you know, you can only go up there if you have a guest. We're like, no, that's fine. And so I had to ask her, I'm like, she was telling us a little bit about the history. So apparently the hotel used to be a hospital. And she said the front entrance was right where the ambulance used to pull up. And they have a restaurant that's called the Asylum Restaurant. But she said it was never an asylum, it was just a general hospital. So, of course, I had to ask her, but is it haunted? And she's like, oh, absolutely. She said she's been there, 24 years?
Yeah.
24 years. And she's like, yeah, but we don't advertise it. And, I told her how it's daytime, so I'm okay being there. She's like, well, you never know. They'll show up whenever they want to show up. I'm like, okay, that's fine. As long as it's daylight and I don't have to spend the night here. But she's like, yeah, they're fine. They just go about their business. And she said she'll hear noises. She'll hear babies cry because I guess there was a labor and delivery on the top floor. She'll smell she said Desitin, like a nursery. Hear babies crying, little children running down the halls. And then she said when the hotel's completely empty, like on their off season, she'll be there all alone. And she'll hear what it sounds like is furniture moving upstairs. But she said every once in a while they get some, which she didn't go into detail what that meant. They'll get some little more ornery spirits, and they bring in, what did she say, the Catholic diocese?
Yes.
And holy water. And she said, she was really funny. She was like, yeah, I can't remember the last time I had to call for that. So anyway, she was super nice, super friendly. Obviously, she's comfortable with it. I mean, I know even though they, if there were ghosts, I'm still 50-50, but I know they usually don't do any harm, but it's enough to freak me out. I don't
know. Poltergeist.
I don't do ghosts.
Poltergeist went a little nuts on
Yeah, well,
those,
yeah.
that family, but
She got trapped in the TV. Anyway, walking through during the day, totally fine with. I told Rusty, because I know he would love to spend the night here. I said, go right ahead. I'll send the camera with you, and you spend the night. It's on face tracking now. I could never. Sorry. It was on face tracking, so it only wanted to have me on camera, not Rusty. Anyway, that was it's hot, but I'm glad we went in there. It was cool talking. And like you just saw, super nice guy. I guess he's in charge of the cars. We were walking by, he's like, come on in, take pictures. So, wow. So now I don't know what we're gonna do. Probably go through a couple shops, maybe. I think there's a museum, a mining museum, history museum. We should probably go in there and get a little more history.
see what this place is all about.
Yeah. And then, I don't know, there's not much of this town to see, so I don't know, are we gonna head home or?
I don't know, there's heads up there with snakes coming out of them.
We're gonna go to Sedona? Where?
Right there.
See if I can zoom in on that. Is that like Medusa?
I don't know there's a snake.
That's what I said, Medusa.
Yep, we got one up over here too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then we've got one inside. I don't know if you can see behind the ladder. We're doing a big mural inside of that.
Oh, cool.
And I built a snake and Medusa door inside of there.
Oh, very nice.
Aha.
What was this and what's it going to be?
It was a hospital from 1917 to 1925.
Another hospital, and that was a hospital
previous
too.
hospital to
Oh.
that one.
Oh.
They did some underground blasting. It shook part of the building. And so they took down about a third of the building, and then they turned this into a clubhouse. It's still known as a clubhouse.
Oh, okay.
So my woodworking shop used to be the town library.
As we were walking by a building called the Clubhouse, we met a very friendly carpenter, Lonnie, who has a woodworking shop on the first floor and works for the owner. He told us the building was Jerome's first hospital. It was built in 1917, and in 1927, a bigger hospital was built just up the hill, now the Jerome Grand Hotel. In 1928, the structure was remodeled into a public library and clubhouse. The ground floor housed up to 7,000 books. The upper floors offered social facilities like lounges, a card room, men's billiard lounge, small ballroom, and even a swimming pool. After the mines closed in 1953, the building was abandoned for a time. Now the current owner, whom we also met, is renovating the entire building. On the ground floor is Lonnie's shop, and she's opening a cat cafe she's going to be calling Meow Dusa. She's really into snakes and cats. The second floor will be in an apartment, and on the third floor will be her residence. We got a full tour, and Lonnie explained all the renovations that were to be done. On the top floor was a gigantic metal dragon, which the owner told us was from Comic-Con, and she plans to have it put on the roof. This would make a beautiful.
The tub, that was John Wayne's tub.
No way.
Yeah. I came here from Southern California.
So we just moved here a year ago. All right. Here's up close of the Medusa that we were looking at from down below. And we're getting a private tour of this. This is the second floor. It says they're going to turn it into a condo or apartment. So anyway, super nice people here in Jerome. We're just getting all kinds of information. Wow.
Oh,
And you said before this was the gentleman's floor? Oh, I'm in Game of Thrones. Okay, thank you. And that. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm on the set of Game of Thrones. Did you ever watch Game of Thrones? Oh my
Couple
gosh.
episodes.
You have to. You have to watch the whole stinking series. Wow. Oh God, it's not going to jump out at me or anything, right? Yeah, this is quite the view.
so question for you. What is that facility
Oh,
back
yeah.
there with the very tall?
The Italian
Trees.
Cypress?
Yes.
That was the Little Daisy Hotel.
Okay.
Okay.
For
It was a hotel?
It was a hotel.
Now what is it? Empty?
A
Big empty
function.
hotel?
No, it is pretty grand in there. It's
Oh, is
a
it?
function place.
Oh, private, like you can rent it out
You
for.
can rent it out, yeah. The Lamborghini Club comes up here and rents it out for a night or so, and it's like $4,000 a night. But
Okay.
divide that between 20 people, it's not so bad.
Or 200 people.
Or 200 people, yeah. Yeah, there was some open mining like that, but most of it was everything was underground.
Underneath.
So that A-frame down there,
Yeah.
that was one of the things that let the miners down.
Okay.
I think twice the depth of the Empire State Building. Something like that. It was some ridiculous amount.
Yeah.
They have a 1-inch thick glass on there. And once in a while I go
Yeah,
up
I
there.
read about that. Isn't that in a different like mining town that's real close to here? It said you can stand on a glass plate.
That's it right there.
Oh, that's it right there?
Wow.
Right
Okay.
Under that
Yeah, they said
frame.
taller than the Empire State
Yep.
Building.
Yep. So sometimes when I go out there, riding a motorcycle out there and turn around and people are standing on the glass, I go, did they get that cracked glass fixed?
Yes. And the sliding jailhouse, is that it right there?
That's it right down there on the other side, kitty corner from that lower parking lot down there.
Yeah, because that's where we parked down there.
Okay.
So it's close by. All right, we got to check that out too.
Yeah.
the hospital.
Yeah.
So this was the hospital. So we chatted with the receptionist up at the Grand
That was the
Hotel,
last hospital.
and she told us a little interesting tidbits about.
Oh yeah.
Haunted.
Is this haunted?
Oh yeah. I was on.
I love
Ghost
people.
Adventures. I
You
was
guys
on
don't
Ghost-
even hesitate.
I
Oh
was on
yeah.
I was on Ghost Adventures here. Yeah, we
Okay.
did a lockdown until 3:30 in the morning.
Okay.
And
So I would
I
think
have to watch it.
if that was a hospital and it was haunted, that
Oh, yeah.
this has got to be haunted
Well,
too.
you know what a woodworking biscuit is? It's
No.
about this big. It's a little. I'll show you one.
Okay.
I had
Oh
one-
yeah, it's like a teardrop almost.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I had one of those thrown at me from across the room one day.
No.
Yeah. So this tree, the other kid we saw, dark-haired kid,
Yeah.
he's building this
Oh,
tree for
wow.
her, and this is going to be part of a memorial that's going to go up on the side hill up there towards the Grand Hotel as a memorial to the miners that died here. So
Oh.
there's going to be like 1,000 rose quartz hanging off of this.
Love it. Snakes. Okay, we literally got the a full tour. This is his woodworking shop. Wow. Okay, so we got
So
the.
these are the pieces that are going to go in front of the cat cafe, between the columns. And so one side didn't have a column against the building, so I'm building a column, and then this is going to go.
There's Jerome ghost tours, but I just feel like we just got 2 free
We
ghost tours.
did. We did. We got the down and dirty.
We got the behind the scenes for free.
I wonder what that
People just want to talk to us.
Holy Family Church. That was probably some freaky something way back in the day.
Maybe that was the asylum. I don't know. All right, I'm thirsty. We're gonna go find a watering hole. Oh, there? Paul and Jerry Saloon. Is it even open?
Jerry Saloon,
Oh, it says it's open.
right next to the mine museum.
Okay. Saloon and then Mine Museum. We're in Paul and Jerry's
So that's called
Saloon.
above the coffee pot. That's my
Okay.
great grandpa, and then Jerry, my grandpa's me grandpa.
That's your great grandpa and your grandpa?
Grandpa and grandpa, my dad's.
Holy moly! And look at the cool Germans,
Smart guy.
the cool German steins they have up there. Everyone recommended this
Is that the
pizza place. Homemade pizza is impossible.
Yes. Was he the little kid?
It's gonna be our low carb day.
Yes.
Just ordered a limoncello spritz.
Really?
Like real Italian pizza, super thin bread. So good. So good. Chinese washing machine.
Medusa heads were. That's where those Medusa heads were.
Yeah. That's the clubhouse that we got a tour of.
Jerome Hospital.
Oh yeah, you were there. All right, so we can't leave without seeing the sliding jailhouse, I think called. All right, so here we go. I think here it is. So yeah, I guess they preserved this. This was the jail cell. And it slid down 225 feet.
From where?
From up the hill. There was a mine explosion and it caused everything to slide down. I don't know. Something like that.
Prisoners get away?
Probably. If they survived. Who knows? But now we've seen it. The sliding jailhouse.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Cannolis secured. So we're on our way home. We had a great day in Jerome, Arizona. The largest ghost town in America, apparently. But what made it so great is all the locals that we spoke with were not only nice, but they were very
Gracious.
great. I can't even explain it. Like, we didn't even start asking questions, and they were like giving us the history, and we'd just be walking by someplace, and they're like, "Hey, do you have any questions?" And then one thing led to another, and just literally took extra time out of their day because they were so excited to tell us about the history and so forth. And then at the end of the day, we had breakfast about 10:30. We weren't, I don't think, planning on having lunch. We only usually eat lunch and dinner anyway. We ended up in this t-shirt shop, which was right next door to what's called the Haunted Paisano. Am I saying that right? Which the bartender at the saloon recommended to us. And we weren't starving, but we knew we had a 2-hour drive home, so we could eat. Well, apparently this place is like they import all the flour and yeast and special to, I don't know, but it's basically like, do you have something to say about our day?
People are very nice.
Yeah.
I learned more about the city by talking to the locals. The one girl in the bar was like 5th generation. One of the ladies at the pizza joint was 4th generation. There's a lot of folks that we spoke to that have been there their whole life. And you know, they're proud of their town. And it was very interesting to hear some of the history of, you know, the buildings you were standing in. What were they before whatever it was that it is now? It was pretty cool. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And, you know, like Kirsten said, the people were just above and beyond nice.
And that Italian place.
Yeah, the Italian place, the pizza place. We were talking to the owner's son and one of the bartenders there, and I guess it's one of 130 or 140 certified pizziolas or something where you have to go to Italy and be certified in, I don't know, Italian cuisine or the making of Italian cuisine or something. But that was probably some of the best pizza we've had since we've been to Italy. It was really, really good.
So besides the good food, and we got some fun little souvenirs. Like Rusty said, the locals, super nice. And in that saloon that we ended up, towards the end, there was a young woman there, and we just was chatting with her. And apparently the saloon was it was called Jerry and Paul's.
Paul and Jerry's?
Or Paul and Jerry's, and we asked who Paul and Jerry was, and she's like, well, Paul was my great-grandfather, and Jerry was my grandfather. She told us that they're both passed, and now the saloon belongs to her father, who's also named Jerry. But I mean, we just happened to walk in, and she left a few minutes after we got there, so it was just timing that we had good timing, just meeting people that had history there. And a lot of the people, you know, they're 4th, 5th generation, and they're still working there, living there. Anyway, cool town. So we had a good time. Maybe next time, the bartender at the pizza place, the Italian place, recommended a nice RV park. So I would totally go back, spend the weekend, go back to the town and do more things, and spend the weekend in Jerome. I would love to do that. So Probably not in the summer. We're talking fall, winter, because even though it was bearable, it was in the mid 90s today, so it was a little warm. So
It was hot as balls.
hot as balls. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, and we'll catch you next Thursday for another MandovanAdventures. Who knows where we'll end up. See ya.
Bye.